Hello, I have been asked to begin a English as second language beginner's Bible class. So this is going to roughly be a short 10-minute video, and we're just going to be talking a little bit about Genesis from the very beginning. So the first thing we got to do is we got to ask and answer the question, do you believe in God? But that's not enough anymore. It's not enough for us to ask somebody, do we believe in God? We need to clarify that and say the God of the Bible. But who is the God of the Bible? And so we have to read the Bible to find that out. And that's what the Bible does. It reveals who God is and what he's done throughout time. So when we're asking the question, do we believe in God? We may not say all the things that I just said, but that's got to be in the back of our head when we're talking to people. Because according to Hebrews 11:6, it says, and without faith, it is impossible to please him. Faith being belief. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who seek him. In other words, they must believe that he is, that he exists. When we're talking about God, we're talking about him being eternal. We have here the symbol, the infinity symbol, okay? And basically the way people understand this symbol, I first learned it as math, and I thought it was pretty cool. But basically, it's the idea is it's like the circle never ends, and it's just a symbol. You know, you see it on cars and things like that, but it means that God is without limits. God is eternal. You know, one way that kids hear about this word infinite or infinity related to God's eternality is from Toy Story. You know, Buzz Lightyear always says to infinity and beyond. And of course, he's from outer space, and you know, he's talking about exploring the galaxy, overcoming everything like that. But the reality is there's nothing beyond infinity. There's nothing beyond God. God existed before everything else existed. In fact, Buzz Lightyear, even though he's a cartoon character, he can only uh, explore the galaxy uh, because God created the galaxy. And in that world, if Buzz Lightyear was a human, God would have created him as well. Anyway, so we've talked about how God is eternal, that he exists, and he's also omnipotent. Omni means all, and potence means powerful. And so you see the symbol with the fist. A lot of times that shows strength or power, and that's what people use to relate that. Here's another picture that depicts that. The whole idea that God created the world and set it into motion. And the depiction of the skin color, this one makes God look like he's purple or whatever. That's just art. Okay, I'm not saying God is white or a particular color or anything like that. So please don't take this from the video. God is spirit. But see, the thing we have to understand is that God created out of nothing. The fancy word for this is ek nihilo, which means from nothing. Okay? And see, God is the first worker that we see in creation. He's the one speaking things with his word to set it about. And he's the one that's involved in everything. He's the agent, as it's called, you know. I'm not trying to do these quotation marks. I'm just trying to be clear in the terms that I use. Sorry about that. Anyway, he's the one doing the action. And he's a perfect worker. Everything that he does is good. And he's even going to say that as we go through the text. In fact, I want to make this video short, but you can go through Genesis 1:4. It says the light was good. Right here is talking about the earth and all of that. And he says it's good. 1:12, God saw that it was good, the vegetation. 1:18, talking about the sun and the moon here, that it was good. 1:21, related to the sea and all of the creatures within it, that it was good. 1:25, we see here that God created the beasts of the earth and it was good. 1:31, after he already mentioned creating man, and then he's completed his creation, he says that it's very good. Okay? which represents that his creation was completed. So, in summary from this video, something to be thinking about right now is that God is eternal. This means that he has always existed. He had no beginning, no ending. He is omnipotent. In other words, he's all powerful. That means that God can do anything that God can do. And I'll explain that more in other videos. He's the creator that created out of nothing. He didn't go and borrow someone else's material and then create that. He created out of nothing, because all it is the creator and the creature. And it's important to understand the difference. God is the first perfect and good worker. He's perfect, he's God in everything he does. But he's a good worker. He's the example. Later on, we'll talk more about work. But so many of us, we think, oh, work is a bad thing. But God was the first worker. Think about that. Well, thank y'all for y'all's time. As we begin this series, we'll try to improve it. Looking for feedback about this. God bless.